Hi everyone, yasas que kalosir tata to another episode of Dimitra's Dishes. Today I'm going to teach you how I make my Mediterranean chicken skewers. You can grill these, you can air fry these like I'm doing in the oven. You can roast them, even though I don't really recommend roasting them because you can overcook the chicken. You can also cook these on the stovetop in a cast iron skillet, and they're so good. They're flavored with some olive oil, balsamic vinegar, a little bit of tomato paste, just a delicious Mediterranean array of flavoring and spices that just makes them taste juicy and loaded with flavor. They go good with everything. They're perfect if you like to meal prep and have them on hand to top salads with, rice, bowls, wraps. These are so delicious. Let me show you how I make them. Okay, we're gonna begin with chicken breast. Now, I usually love using chicken thigh meat, boneless, skinless chicken thigh, and you can definitely use that. It's usually juicier and has more flavor, but I have chicken breast on hand today, so that's what I'm using. The recipe calls for 2 pounds. I have a little bit more here. Just go ahead and cut it into cubes and add it into a bowl. We're gonna marinate this now with lots of olive oil, and then I also like to use balsamic vinegar. So if you're using 1/4 cup of olive oil, half the amount of balsamic vinegar is what you're gonna need. And then a tablespoon of tomato paste. I have garlic cloves that have been grated. If you're doing just 2 pounds, you'll need 4 to 5 garlic cloves. Of course, you can add more. And then some salt and freshly cracked black pepper to taste. 1 to 2 heaping teaspoons of dried oregano. Lots of ground coriander is going in. Mix everything all together so that way the chicken is coated in all of that flavor. And then go ahead and skewer the chicken onto skewers. I'm using an air fryer today, and that's how I'm gonna cook it, but you can cook these over a grill or on the stovetop in a cast iron pan. That's an option too. These are going in my air fryer, and they're going to air fry at 480 degrees Fahrenheit for about 25 minutes. Keep an eye on them, and halfway through you can go in and flip them over. You can use an instant read thermometer to make sure that they're ready. Once it registers 165 degrees Fahrenheit, the chicken is ready. Take it out of the oven and set it aside. I love to serve this with some air-fried zucchini. I just slice up 2 zucchinis and I drizzle some olive oil and season with salt and pepper. These are also going to air fry for about 20 minutes or until they're golden and delicious. And then I also like to serve it with a little tomato and feta salad. So I have these grape tomatoes here. I'll cut them in half, put them in a bowl, and season with some olive oil, salt, and freshly chopped mint. I have a little bit of mint here. Basil works too. Dill is really nice, and so is parsley. Use whichever herbs you have on hand. Toss everything all together and then crumble in some feta cheese, and the salad is ready. You can serve this all together over some Mediterranean rice pilaf or really whatever you want. The chicken is perfect for meal prep, so make sure you have plenty on hand. And now it's ready to serve. So you might have noticed that instead of making these in my basket air fryer that I have, which I still do have, but I try not to use it as much because a lot of those air fryers are coated in some toxic chemicals, and I was made aware of that, so I wanted to go with something healthier. So I bought this countertop convection oven that I absolutely love because it's not just an air fryer, it also has a baking and roasting setting. I toast my bread in there in the morning, and it is pretty easy to clean, and it's large enough to fit a half-sheet baking pan, and I can cook big meals for my family in it. It doesn't overheat the kitchen. It's just absolutely great. And if you're looking for a better air fryer that's healthier, that has more than one function, so that way you can get your money's worth, I highly recommend this. I'll put the link down below. It's an Amazon affiliate link that supports my work, so you can check it out. If you're looking for a better quality air fryer, you should check it out. This cooks the chicken beautifully. I also roasted my zucchinis in there. I'm serving everything with a fresh tomato and feta salad that the combination goes so well. It's really healthy and low carb if you're eating more low carb these days, or if you want something a little bit lighter because it is warming up outside, especially around here. The chicken is juicy and tender and loaded with flavor. The only thing that's missing is some tzatziki, which you know I'm going to make to serve these with. I hope you guys give this recipe a try. The exact measurements and the printable recipe is on the website, dimitrasdishes.com. Kalio Alexi, yasas.